y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today we're continuing the discussion of the care and cleaning of jewelry for stretched lobes. We're talking about how to take care of your stone plugs. Now, stone plugs are actually some of the easiest organic materials to care for when it comes to taking care of like hangers and plugs for your ears and such. I've already published videos about metal hangers and ear weights which require polishing, which is easy, but it's very time consuming. And I've also already talked about wood plugs which need to be oiled, which again is not like super complicated, but definitely takes a little bit of work and time. Stone plugs, easy peasy. It's just warm water and the teeniest, tiniest bit of a mild soap to keep these clean. Now, that being said, I do also feel like cleaning your stone jewelry is where there's like the most potential for an accident to happen. And I know this from professional experience from how many clients have let me know that they have been cleaning their stone body jewelry at home and they have accidentally dropped something either on a very hard surface or from a very high height and things have chipped or broken. So when it comes to cleaning your stone body jewelry, please really consider the environment that you're cleaning it in first and foremost. Oh, you might be thinking, oh, it's just mild soap and water. I'll just pop my stone plugs out in the shower and clean them. But A, you're going to be very slippery because you're in the shower. And B, a fall from that height could really chip or damage or hurt stone plugs. So when I clean my stone plugs at home, I like to set up at my dining room table, kitchen table, my makeup vanity, or my coffee table, somewhere where I'm sitting so I feel a little bit more stable and where I'm really close to the surface that I'm working on. That way I don't have to worry about things like falling all the way down to the floor from standing height or things like that. A second precaution you can take is to put down a towel over the surface where you're working. That way it's not a super hard surface if you do drop something. That way it's got a little bit of cushion. In this video, you're gonna see me just doing it over a wooden shelf. That's just where I film because it's got really good lighting. But if I were gonna do like a big clean on like a lot of my stone plugs, I would probably put a towel down over the kitchen table and do this cleaning over that just to be safe, just because I've met myself and I just don't want anything bad to happen. Now, when it comes to keeping these clean, all you need are the pairs of plugs that you're cleaning, an old rag or old shirt that's nice and soft and worn in to use to clean with, and then some warm water with just the tiniest dash of mild soap. In this, I'm using Method dye-free and fragrance-free all-purpose soap. I really strongly suggest finding something that is dye and fragrance-free because a lot of times those dyes and fragrances can harm your stone plugs. Dyes can even change the color of certain stones as they absorb them, so definitely go with something mild. And just the teeniest, tiniest drop of soap. As you can see, this water has a couple little bubbles in it, but not much. Now all I'm gonna do is get my rag a little damp in the water. You're gonna see me wring out the excess because damp is the key word. I don't want this soaking wet. I just want the tiniest bit of moisture on this rag, and then I'm just gonna gently clean down and wipe down the surfaces of the plug. I'm gonna spend most of my time cleaning the wearable. That's what's gonna come in contact with my ear during the day. That's where dirt and oils and dead skin cells can collect. So that's the area that's gonna be the most important to clean. And then I'll just give the faces a quick once over. Once I'm done with that, I'll take a dry corner of the same piece and just kind of dry things off. And that's all there is to it. The plugs are clean. Now, these plugs in question are some beautiful lapis from Dendrite Labs, which are gorgeously, gorgeously deep blue, but they're also perfectly smooth. For a lot of us, when we think about stone plugs that we really love and want to wear, we think about fun geodes and crystalline structures like amethyst druzy or botryoidal agate, just stones that have really fun texture and sparkle and shine. But when it comes to cleaning a stone that maybe has a geode cavity in it or has that rough face, how do we clean those? Here I have some amethyst druzy from Grit Lapidary, and I'm starting the process off the same way. I'm dipping my cloth in my warm soapy water, just enough to get it damp. I'm bringing out any excess. I don't want things soaking wet. And I'm just gonna start by cleaning down that wearable that comes in contact with my ears first. Once I've cleaned that and the smooth polished back face of the plug, I'm gonna go ahead and very gently blot the front of the plug. I don't want to cause any damage to the natural structures on the face of this plug, and I don't want my cloth to get caught or tangled. So I'm being very gentle, just lightly putting some pressure here, not enough for it to stick or pull or break things, just enough to get a little bit of that moisture into those areas. This is why it's so important that we're not using a rag or a cloth or an old shirt that's saturated, because we don't want to soak this plug in water. We just want to really gently get some moisture into those spaces and clean anything off. Once that's done, I'll take the dry portion of my cloth and go ahead and dry off the wearable, the rear face, and then go ahead and just gently blot the front to get it a little bit dry. And then I'll just let these sit and dry for a couple of minutes and then pop them back in their storage. When we're talking about rough face plugs, the biggest thing is that it can be easy to accidentally snag or catch whatever you're using to clean it with on those faces. And also, depending on how fragile they are, if you put too much pressure on them or you're too rough with them, you could actually break or damage some of the structures on the face. So please be really, really, really gentle when you're cleaning these. Honestly, it's so simple. Just some warm water with the tiniest drop of a mild dye-free, fragrance-free soap is all you need to clean your stone plugs. A lot of folks make the mistake of trying to use things like alcohol or hydrogen peroxide or really harsh chemicals like that because they feel like they need something like that to clean their plugs. But those chemicals are way too harsh. They can be very drying. They can damage the structure of a lot of stone plugs. They can even damage the color and the surface finish on them and even make them unwearable. And now if we're talking about a really soft stone, something like genuine turquoise, you could completely irreversibly damage turquoise plugs by cleaning them with harsh chemicals. There's also just really no need. Our plugs aren't coming in contact with like raw meat and sewage where they would need to be that thoroughly cleaned. We're just wearing them in our ears, so a little wipe down with some mild soap and water is plenty to keep them clean. I hope this video helped and I hope you enjoyed. We have talked so far about metal hangers and ear weights, wood plugs, and stone plugs. And obviously there's glass, and then there's also your traditional body jewelry that you wear in non-stretched piercings. Would you all want to see me make videos about cleaning those styles of jewelry? Or are you like, Lynn, I've seen enough cleaning videos, please get back to other stuff. Let me know, whatever the case may be, in the comments down below, and I hope you have an awesome rest of your day. Be super slippery because you're in the shower, and be dropping a piece of stone. I hate this cat. Bentley. For those who have not seen the best cat, worst cat video on my TikTok, that was Bentley right there, the little sinner. Where even were we?